Hey guys, so we are in Mercury retrograde. Yay! How's everyone's Mercury retrograde going so far? Fun times. Now, we currently have the moon that moved into Cancer overnight, and it means we're going to be a little bit more sentimental, a little bit more emotional. We're probably going to want to stay home, want to connect to people, want to talk about how we're feeling. We're going to want to do what feels good, maybe some cooking, who knows. And then the moon is going to be quincunxing Saturn, which means we're going to feel that like fly in the room of irritation. So if we think about our emotions, which is the moon in Cancer, and Cancer rules the moon. So it means we're wanting to feel good. We're wanting to feel emotionally connected. We want to feel warm and safe. And it's making like an irritation line, which is a quincunx, out to Saturn. And Saturn is rules and restrictions and blocks and learning. And so this can be like a fly in the room. You know how when there's a fly in the room, it's like this little annoyance and it won't go away, but you can't get rid of it. It's like that. So I think that's how we all feel at the moment with society and things like that. It's like, that annoying aspect of what's going on with, the governments and how we can't leave our homes and we can't do what we want to do. So, there's so much going on. And this Mercury retrograde is definitely going to bring up like issues like codependency and, where we're not being empowered in relationships, where we're giving our power away, where we're not talking about how we really feel. This is a time to really address authority, and that can be our partners, it can be our parents, it can be our friends, it can be anything or anyone that we hold of value. And this Mercury retrograde is going to be squaring Pluto, I think like 3 times. So this is really about addressing authority, addressing codependency, addressing where we need to speak up for ourselves and find fairness in relationships. And we've also got Mars and the Sun, which is going to be opposite Chiron. So it's like where we're wounded in society, where we're wounded within ourselves and our own self-confidence in society and in relationships, and how we need to find balance in relationships. Like the same theme, which is where we're giving our power away. Where do we need to bring balance? Because it's in Libra. So cards for today. We have golden opportunity. Important doors are opening for you right now. Walk through them. We have the Wheel of Fortune, but in this deck it's called the Medicine Wheel, and it's Slippery Elm. So it's a herb tarot deck. And then we also have Transformation. Things are changing on a cellular level, deep healing. And we've also got Where are you being called to journey to? And Break the Chain. Ancestral patterns, healing, rewriting the future. Alrighty, so from the top. Golden opportunity. Important doors are opening for you right now. Walk through them. Exactly. Like, we're experiencing so many blocks, and it might feel like things aren't really happening for us, but then out of nowhere, it's like things are just falling in our lap and things are just working. And as we slowly chip away at things or push towards what we want, doors are slowly opening, and we need to constantly remember that we can't keep banging on those old closed doors. Like the doors that are closed for us right now, we need to leave them be. It's time to walk away. It's not meant for us. That door wouldn't be closed. We wouldn't be sitting there knocking and waiting if it was meant to be. So we need to be taking advantage of the doors that are opening. What is working? And we can tell what's working is when things are easy. It just flows. It just it makes sense. It's like the universe is guiding you into that direction. So take notice of where things are easily flowing, and if opportunities come, say yes. Like, even if it sounds absolutely crazy and radical, like, please don't say yes to something that's dangerous or is going to risk your health or something terrible like that. But if something comes along and it just seems weird or doesn't make sense, just say yes. because you never know where it's going to take you. So yeah, definitely a time to say yes at this time. Now we also have the medicine wheel, which is Wheel of Fortune. So it means that luck's on our side. The universe is going to be sending us situations, places, and things that change our life. And this definitely goes with this walk into doors that are opening for you. So I feel like the new situations, places, and things, or people that come into your life, these are people that are bringing you blessings, that are bringing you into who you really need to be right now, what direction you need to be going. So definitely take note of these things, especially when they're weird, especially when they're like really synchronistic, and a lot of like, you'll think about something and then you'll see it on social media and then someone asks you about it or offers you something, things like that, or if it's just like absolutely weird. So yeah, those are the things you need to be paying attention for. Now we also have transformation. Things are changing on a cellular level. Where are you being called to journey? Which I feel like it goes with these cards. Where are you being called to journey? Doors are opening, and Wheel of Fortune. I feel like all these three go together, as well as, and then these ones here, which is break the chain, ancestral patterns, rewriting the future, and transformation. Things are changing on a deep cellular level. We are processing so much right now, like literally, especially if you're in Melbourne, and I always bang on about Melbourne, probably because I'm here dealing with all the trauma with everyone else as well. It's like we're having to deal with so much, like, you know, being so frightened just to be alive. And, you know, it brings up safety issues and, you know, feeling safe and feeling supported and all these types of things. So we're just dealing with so much trauma, and we really are having so many dark nights of the soul. And, you know, from those dark nights of the soul, we're having these transformations and rebirths, and then going into the direction we need to be going, so we don't have all these crutches and you know, toxic connections to things and needs and stuff that we don't actually really need. So there's a lot of that going on, and things are really, really difficult. Like, I'm not gonna lie, like, everybody asks me, is like, how are things going in Melbourne? And it's just like, it's so freaking hard. Like like sometimes it's good, like sometimes you have amazing blessings and things work out really great. Other days you just can't concentrate because all you can think about is the police brutality you've seen on the news, or the government or the media that's lying to you, and you don't know who you can trust, and you don't know what's going to happen, and, you know, are you going to have a job? How are you going to pay the bills? How are you going to survive? So it's just like, it's so traumatic, and everybody that's here, you know, and going through all this stuff just doesn't know what to do either. It's just such a scary time to be alive. But yeah, it was really funny the other day. I mentioned something about not wanting to use Uber Eats anymore. And this guy messaged me saying, don't you know how to cook? Like, why would you not survive without Uber Eats? And last year, right, I'm somebody that doesn't eat. When I'm upset or I'm not okay or I'm not coping or I'm depressed, I won't eat. And I can go days without eating. And if it wasn't for Uber Eats, I wouldn't have eaten, because I wouldn't have had the strength to cook anything. I wouldn't have had the motivation. But because of Uber Eats, I ordered it and it was there, and I forced myself to eat it. So it was just really funny that this guy thought it was hilarious that I didn't know how to cook and I had to get Uber Eats. And another funny thing, I don't know if you guys have a cat, but I have a cat, and he's so fussy. And so all he eats is kangaroo meat, like human grade kangaroo meat. He won't eat any other cat food. And the other day I put some chicken breast in his bowl, like ripped it all up for him and put it in his bowl, and he wouldn't eat it. So then the next day I put kangaroo meat, and for some reason he didn't eat it again. So the next day I put it outside. I thought, I'll give it to the birds. And then he goes running outside to then go eat the food in the dirt. Like, it's just like, what is going on? Like, I don't know if everybody else's cats are like that, but it's just like, oh my God, things are so crazy here in Melbourne. But anyway, guys, that's it for me. If anybody has any questions, I'm happy to answer them, or anything like that. But yeah, that's about it really. So next few days are going to be pretty emotional. Moon's in Cancer. We're really being called to step up, own our truth, own our authority, and take our power back and express concerns in relationships. Like, I know that I have somebody in my life that's like an authority figure that I need to address things with. Like, I had issues with at the start of the year, but I just didn't say anything and I just let it go. But it's like boiling under the surface. And just on the weekend, just before the Mercury retrograde, this same situation came up again. And it's really somebody that I really need to address this toxic behavior with. And I sit there and I think, oh my God, like, I'm creating my own reality. Should I just try and create something else? But then I still have this suppressed feeling and what needs to be addressed sitting there. So I feel like when we're dealing with situations with people that, you know, we're trying to, you know, be awake and understand that we're creating our reality, but at the same time, we still need to address this energy, because otherwise, if we push this energy down, then it goes to certain parts of the body, which make those parts of the body weaker, and then we're more susceptible to illness. So it is very important how we express how we feel. And I feel like when you're on that spiritual path, when you are trying to grow and change, we can express things in a more healthier way. But it's really up to the individual. Sometimes it's good to just get freaking angry and lose your shit. Or sometimes, you know, we need to just not speak to people or whatever it is. But I feel like at this time, what I'm really feeling on a soul level is that we really need to be expressing how we feel and taking these people that we think are an authority that we've put on this pedestal and take them down and understand that their opinion of us or whatever they're doing doesn't change who we are, doesn't change our value, doesn't change our strength, doesn't anything. That we need to subconsciously, mentally, emotionally take them down off this pedestal and understand that, yeah, who we are isn't determined by their beliefs, you know. And everybody's struggling in some way right now. People are acting in survival mode. You know, people are just surviving the best way they can. And if we think about like people that are starving, they're just grasping and grabbing at anything just to survive, just to maintain. And that can be the same energetically. Like, people can be taking from people or treating people badly, whatever it is, subconsciously, whatever, just to kind of maintain themselves, because they're also in fear. So it's just a very difficult time. And if you're struggling at the moment, like, just know that it's okay. Like, if there's days that you don't even want to wake up or you don't want to keep trying, just know that it's okay. Like, you're allowed to feel the way you feel right now. Like, everybody's feeling it to some degree or another. Some people are just really good at covering it. Some people are super sensitive and they feel everybody else's pain as well. So just keep going. No matter what it is, just keep going and you're going to get through this time. But yes, that is it for me. Anyway, guys, I will see you on Saturday, but be good to yourself the next couple of days. Moon in Cancer, which means you need to be your own mother. So when you're upset, you need to be like, yep, that's okay. You're allowed to feel that way. Tell me about it. Let's go make you something to eat. Let's go make you your favorite thing to eat. So this is the perfect time to mother yourself the next few days. Be the mother you've always wanted, or be the mother you never had, whatever your circumstances. So that's it for me, and I will see you Saturday. Bye.